School Academy. My question is morality dependent on, independent of, or opposed to religion?
Thank you for that question, and that question was quite a different one, I think. It was about to what extent morality is dependent on, independent of, or unrelated, or even possibly opposed to religious belief.
Shall I start?
Yeah, why not?
I do think it's how you think about the question. Historically, there's no doubt there's been a very close relationship between religion and morality, because most religions offer some kind of moral or ethical map or guidance. But philosophically, that might be a different question, whether you think that to be moral, you have to be religious. My own view is that they don't necessarily follow. That is, I don't think to be a moral person, you have to be a religious person. But I don't know what you two think about that.
Yeah, I suppose philosophically it has quite a long history. I mean, it brings to mind the Euthyphro Diana, I suppose.
Yeah,
and that question where Euthyphro is prosecuting his father because he believes that it's divine law, that it is his moral foundation is based upon what the gods say.
Yeah.
Of course, Socrates gets it to dilemma of terms of how does it go? Is it something that the gods approve of because it's good, or does it get approved by the gods?
Does the God saying do it make it good?
Yes,
is that its definition,
yeah.
or is it pre-good anyway, due to some other reason, and they just tell you, by the way, don't?
Right. So it's an all-day question. I think it's a question that so you can go either way. If it's not based upon religion, then what is it based on? And if it's based on something else, whether it's reason or emotion, then you need religion.
Yeah, well, that's kind of, it acts almost as a kind of stopgap in a philosophical regress in that philosophers, even Kant seems to say somewhere that, we need religion just as a kind of background to say that we need God as the kind of final resting point of morality, to say, why, your opinion.
Yes.
We need somewhere needs to go back to something. And so that's been quite a popular point of view, that, if you have morality that's based on culture, that's based on opinion, that's based on emotion, then you're always open to manipulation, to change, which for some reason people think philosophically is a bad thing. It must be good, it must be solid. So religion seems to offer values which are timeless. Now, of course, in reality, religious views on what is and isn't morally acceptable have been just as liable to be changed by the changing fashions of cultural views. What our church, so the Church of England, now accepts things as immoral that it condemned 200 years ago. So the conversation between religion and secular morality is actually an ongoing one, rather than it being a kind of one having to always follow the other, or one fighting all changes. It seems more complicated than that.
My view is that even if you think there is a relationship between ethics and religion, it's clear there is, it's a question of really which comes first. However you're going to ground ethics, and you might even believe you cannot ground ethics. Ethics is purely subjective. I think that a religion is only a religion in relation to ethics. I mean, if human beings weren't ethical in any way whatsoever, it's hard to believe that it would be religious. So I would still think, however you complicate that relation, that ethics is first.
Yeah, I think we might share that kind of point of view. And that's religion. I think for many people, religion is a meditation on ethical matters when it's at its best. It turns into many other things, but religion can be an ethical meditation or reflection. But that doesn't mean that's the only kind of ethical reflection there can be. It's just one particular historical form of kind of ethical engagement.
Yeah, and it also means what we mean by religion as well. It's a bigger issue, but the separation between religion and ethics is a relatively new thing anyway. I mean, for much of history, either cultures didn't even have a name for religion, it's just part of how do we live our lives.
So some of what we call religion has always been part of people's engagement with how to live, and all of a sudden we don't call other things religion that once may well have been caught up together then. Okay, well, we've managed to make that much more complicated. That's good. I think our work here is done.